members, patrons, whatever you do to support the channel. I appreciate it, you know. And y'all see the title. Some of you may find it very entertaining. Some of you might want to know my very, very opinionated opinion on it, about these females getting approached. It's actually going to tie into something I'm going to speak about in just a second. But first off, I just want to also make sure to tell you to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Especially Twitter and Instagram. I post links to content when it's first posted so you don't miss anything. I even post links to the live shows because people say they don't get notifications. So you have to do your part to get notifications. You can't keep telling me you're not getting notifications, where there are remedies for that if you put the effort forward. If you don't put the effort forward, you're not going to be able to see the shows live. And I may end up taking some of them down just cause, you know. And I don't want to be having anyone hit me up, want to know where this stream is, that stream, when I'm putting links out there. And if you're not showing up live, it is what it is. Okay. All right, let's see who's here. All right. Vern85, Naima was good. Lando, Miami, Charm, Jacelyn, Virgo, J Wolf, Johnny, Book Out of Case, Shaim, Joel, Gerald, Third Ward, Columbia, BMC, Vern, Londani, Keith, William, D-Stroke, Giorgio, K. Patrick, DT Artman, Marco, what's up? Like the stream, people. It's always going to be like the same 3 haters that want to thumbs down the stream every time I go live. It's always those haters, you know. Of course, JoJo, that's all I aim to do. Is to educate and teach the masses, you know. What's good, Terrence? Archive of options. Is that what that says? That says opinions. What's good, Gemini? C-Mac. Well, you know, Jason, when people get on me not all the time, they get on me about pronunciations. Even though I mean to say certain words, they still will say, well, you got it wrong, Jane. Well, Jane, you got that pronunciation wrong. They'd be waiting a whole probably year to be able to tell that to me. You know what I'm saying? But we back here live, you know. And we're going to talk about why women hate to be approached by you. That's right, you. Okay? You may think you're special. You may think that you're God's gift to women or to the earth. But then you approach that female and all that comes crashing in. Okay? Yeah, I'll be cracking up. Yeah, Joel. It's the I guess it's the accent. You know, people don't get it. No, I saw it. I was just making sure because I had to scroll back up. I was scrolling down. You know, it was good. Paul, Humble Beast, Merc. No, Antoine. Well, you're special in your own way, but I'm talking about these guys who they may feel a certain type of way about women, and what they don't understand is that women may view them differently than they view themselves. So when they are not approached, when they are confronted with the true nature of women, they tend to not understand. The good nurse was good. I'll be cracking up the way you pronounce people's names. That's how I am, man. People don't understand the sarcasm Like, people really get in their feelings when I be pronouncing people's names differently than I guess they people pronounce themselves. That's just what I do. Either I gotten it wrong by mistake, or that's how I mean to say it. But again, it's all in the accent. If you don't understand it, then that's because you don't understand me, and I'm not going to teach you how to understand me, you know? No, I'm not just talking about that, Merc. I'm talking about people in general, guys in general, that may be confused as to why women they're rejecting them. And it's simple. You know, it's simple. It's the fact that we all are going to have to deal with rejection eventually. We all are going to have to deal with the fact that somebody's not going to want us. You know, and some guys still to this day don't understand. You know, some guys can't take rejection. Some of these guys will get violent. They will get angry because a woman don't want them, don't want to show them any attention. They don't care how hood they are. They don't care how much money they got in their pocket. They still not checking for them. And there are guys who can't handle that. You know, they will literally sit there and they will argue with a woman who wants nothing to do with them at all. You know, they want nothing to do with them at all. BMC, I am always sarcastic, but people don't get that. So I have to tone down my sarcasm because some people are a little, they're a little late to the joke. But before I get started, I want to speak on something that that was brought to my attention. I had to go and do some research. But there is a woman by the name of April Mason, right? She's a femininity expert, quote unquote. And apparently she made a long video calling for melanated men to come to the defense of melanated women because apparently, I believe, a relative of hers, a woman close to her, was almost kidnapped. Okay. But what ended up happening is the woman ended up getting arrested for filing what was it? It was either lying or filing false charges. Something to that effect. Now, I don't know how you can get arrested, for lying in that situation if it actually happened. And I believe this particular April Mason has not apologized or not have retracted. She sort of doubled down, but in a nice way. Listen, people. Listen. Whenever you make a mistake, when you're going out on a limb for other people, you need to be able to humble yourself because eventually you're going to need those same people you've alienated because you only have one chance to really screw up your likability towards people, especially on social media. And once you have destroyed that, it's over. Now, I was very close to doing a live stream on this, but I wasn't going to waste the whole live stream talking about that. I may do a video. I mean, if y'all care to hear me speak on it, I'm speaking on similar things. Miss Holmes was good, Miss Holmes. But I just think that when you got these black women who get on social media and they want to virtue signal, they want to know where the good black men are. The good black men are probably the ones you rejected all these years. This is why you're single and in your 40s, close to your 50s, and you still have not been able to find a good man. It's probably because you've been curving them, putting them in the friend zone, and you've been keeping your options open for dysfunctional men who really don't want shit to do with you, And what April has done, because see, I've known about April for a number of years. She was doing whatever she was doing. I didn't really see any reason to really bring her to the channel or do an interview or anything of that nature. But I've known her a couple of years. She does her, I guess, femininity thing. But in this situation, if I ever got the opportunity to have her, come to the show, because I've had this before. Other women have come on to the show. I had what's her name? Can't think of her name. The dark skin advocate. Can't think of her name right now, man. I got so much on my mind right now. She called in, we were speaking about colorism. Rashida Strober, right? Rashida Strober, she called in. So, I mean, April, if I had an opportunity to bring April on the channel, she wanted to speak on it, and she could, but I didn't really know if I should do a live stream on it because, no, I'm talking about Rashida Strober. It is what it is. Y'all seen me do it. When I want to, I can bring women on the channel. But in this situation, I'm still waiting for April to come to the conclusion that her cousin might be full of shit. Okay? That this woman just might be full of it. And that this woman lied. And this woman probably was looking for the attention of a certain... Because listen, man, women only do things for two reasons. Either it's for self-validation, money, or for a guy. I've seen women do desperate things in order to get the attention of a man. And this would not surprise me if this is what it was, because in one of April's recent videos, she talked about how all these brothers were hitting her up and, making her feel good about herself. And not all of us are like that. That pretty much just summed up that entire situation. It summed up that entire situation. And I just feel like there's too many of these black women that are out here doing the worst things ever to get attention. You got women that will talk about dating interracially, but as soon as they get some attention from black men, not all of a sudden they're we are the world. Let's defend the race. White people are racist. We all about Africa. Then they get on that shit. But they wasn't on that, okay? They wasn't on that when they were out here mad and angry because some black dude played her and she feels worthless, Now, she's getting the attention and validation from black men that she wants to get attention from. We're going to talk about it in this live stream. But I just think that it's crazy. Merc, you got to take your mind out the gutter, bro. Women ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in my mind. I actually have a lot of responsibilities, Just because I make videos about women don't mean that, well, not really about women, but women are a part of the story. Doesn't mean that women are on my mind. Actually, women are not really on my mind like that unless I want them to. I listen, I know a lot of people will say that, black men should want to protect the women in their community, which is fine. But you have to understand, you can't just want protection, when you want it. You have to seek it out. You have to want it all the time, not some of the time or spotty times. It'll be here, protection here, no protection there, no protection there. You have to want protection full time, not part time. You should not want part time. You should not want part time leadership. You should want full time leadership. But when you have a group of women that don't want to be protected, they feel like the quote unquote dominant society is protecting them. They're not going to want your protection because they can go to them. But at times, they'll call upon you to come into the situation because they know that at the end of the day, the only men that's going to have their back is black men. But they don't want it to be a regular occurrence. I'm on his mind. Let me see how they was for the But I just want to speak on that. I just think it's very interesting that you have women that want this part-time. They want the part-time, protection. But for the majority of the time, they're pretty much trying to put us under their heel. And I'm not talking about all, but I'm talking about women who are literally out here lying about situations and trying to virtue signal. Because what's going to happen when you virtue signal, you're going to get people hurt in the process. Shout out to Genuine Tone. What's up, brother? JDB, what's good? What's going on with you, man? It's been a minute. I know you out there busy on the road. But let's get into this topic, man. Let's talk about these women who really don't want to be approached by you. Now, you could be a good guy, right? You can be a good guy. But there's just something about you that she doesn't like. And let me tell you this. One thing I've noticed about a lot of women who struggle dating or who are always in dysfunctional relationships is that the new dude usually has is pretty much the same type of guy as the other guy. The only time it's usually the new boyfriend is different than the old boyfriend is if she got with her boyfriend when they was in high school and they stayed together after high school and then they broke up. Then she might go and try to date a different type of guy. Like I saw it one time. I was watching this court show and this female went to court and the old boyfriend seemed more like a square, like a square that may have grown up in the hood, right? Didn't really get into trouble, you know. And then you had the new boyfriend who's a little more thugged out, who she pretty much used as a pit bull towards her ex. They actually ended up getting into it. And I think that's why he had sued the other guy. And I thought that was very interesting. And I think that she went to a different extreme because I think she just had such disdain towards her ex that she wanted something completely different, you know? And, you know, I noticed that too, that you got women, they'll go from one guy to the next, right? But the guy is usually similar to the other guy. Like if you have a female who's dating a guy who's constantly putting his hands on her, usually that's a situation that she's so used to that type of guy, whether the guy is verbally always talking down to her, and she notices that the guy that she's interested in has those same character traits. You know, he's a, you know, quote unquote tough guy wannabe. You know, he talks to women a certain way. He presents himself a certain way, and he reminds her of her ex. So she's immediately drawn to that guy, especially if she's fresh out of a relationship. You know, she don't want to be single. So she's going to go the comfortable route, and it's comfortable to date this guy who reminds you so much of the ex, either the way he looks, skin tone wise, the way he dressed, the way he carries himself. And that's why these women continuously are in and out of dysfunctional relationships until they done had enough and they want to hop the fence. But usually by then it's too late. But I just noticed that you got women who will complain that they're not getting approached. Listen, the reason why you're not getting approached is because men, for the most part, understand that they're not really going to get anywhere. They understand, for the most part, that women do not really respect or find attractive a man who's really going up to them, because one, you have to walk up to them and sort of campaign for attention, like, you know, cold approaching, right? I know there's some guys who disagree with that. They don't feel like a man should ever approach a woman, but there's still going to be guys who do that. And it works for some. It don't work for the majority. And women, if a woman is attracted to a guy and he's getting them choosing signals, he's going to approach, he's going to have success, you know? But when it comes to, let's say, melanated men, man, because we tend to run into this problem a lot. When we're dealing with these sisters, a lot of times they're already prejudging us. They already got their guard up. They don't really care what we got to say like that. They're not really interested already. They're not even giving you a chance. Unless you either remind them of an ex-boyfriend, okay, Or you one of these guys who's well known in the city, you know, one of these serial baby makers, you know, a guy who's in and out of the system. You know, you're well known. She's heard about you. She sees you. She's going to be attracted to that. She's going to be attracted to the fact that you're well known. I've seen that. I know dudes who, just because they were known in the neighborhood, there'll be girls who don't even know them. But once they see them in person, they've already opened up. The guard is down. They're willing to embrace whatever that guy has to say without him even having to really look in her direction. You know, she's already, in her mind, she's already got her arms extended, so to speak. But for the majority of us, I think it's very difficult because of the mindset of melanated women. They have a very feminist mindset. They have a very broken mindset. You got women who are broken because of their childhood. They didn't have a father figure. They don't really know what love is. They want to date something that's comfortable. They want to date something that they've seen growing up that other women dated. Their mothers, their aunts, women in the neighborhood. They're used to a certain type of guy. And also this, you got women who are more comfortable, okay, approaching men. They're more comfortable approaching men. They don't want to be approached, especially by guys that they're not really checking for. And the majority of these guys that do approach them, a lot of women ain't checking for them. Now, the one thing you should do is take that L and move on. Don't sit there and argue with her. Don't get into no wanting answers. Don't do that, because what you're going to need to understand is that some of these women have already made their mind up. They don't want to be approached. You know, you got these women now, they're doing more approaching than men are. They're hitting men up in their DMs. You know, they are the aggressive ones. And that's what embracing feminist ideology does. They really believe that they should be equal to men in certain areas. Now, I say certain because not all, because once again, you got these heifers who they still want us to provide for them. They still at times want protection. And again, there's certain things that they don't want equality on when it comes to fixing their own stuff. They don't want equality on that. But when it comes to other things, whether it be, you know, getting high up in jobs or, you know, opportunities, you know, they're still going to embrace the feminist doctrine. And I think that the mindsets of women have been warped. You know, you got a lot of mentally unstable women out here, man, and they're procreating. They're having kids and they're raising kids. And you see it from the behavior. Just, you know, look at the female that, you know, whooped her son at school. You can't tell me that female ain't mentally unstable and she's procreating. Not only is she procreating, she's procreating with a guy, you know, who is just as dysfunctional, if not more dysfunctional. And I bet you she went after him. That's why it's so easy for these guys to leave these women, because they probably didn't want to be with them from the beginning. When you got women that are aggressive and trying to date a guy, and that guy don't even want them like that, it's not hard for him to leave, especially if he needs a place to stay. He needs some money. When he's able to get with another female that he actually likes, he's going to leave that woman, and she's going to be miserable. She's going to be getting on YouTube. She's going to be ranting and acting crazy. She's going to be on Facebook ranting, acting crazy. And that's what's going on. It's gonna be. She done got left by her. She done got left by the dude she been taking care of for months, even years. You know, that situation is over. What's good, Nick? That situation is over. So now she going to YouTube. She's on Facebook writing post after post and putting up memes, and because she got played. I'm telling you, why you think these females be so angry, man? Why do y'all think they be so upset on social media? Why y'all think that be? Because they done got played by one of these pokies. Okay? I'm telling you, man. Like that anger it's fresh. It's fresh anger. It's emotion. And they need to get it out. And they need to target somebody. And unfortunately, if you trying to approach one of these females, man, they done got played by some dude that she done chased and took care of, she probably going to be very disrespectful towards you, because we know that they'll be, disrespectful towards you if they're having a bad day. They'll take it out on you. What's good, Philippi? Now, again, I think the whole approaching women thing is going by the wayside more and more every day. There's still going to be guys that are going to approach because, once again, there are guys who can read women. They understand body language and they understand choosing. And if a woman is choosing, a guy's going to approach. We all know this. But when you're approaching a female and she's showing you no interest, she's not even looking in your direction. As a matter of fact, she might be trying to get as far away from you as possible, and you haven't even said a word. It's because in her mind, she's got preconceived notions. And when she has those preconceived notions, bruh, it's over. It's a wrap. There's no trying to win in that situation. A lot more women are approaching men these days. These are facts. Just because a woman is single, just because she just because she's single and attractive, does not mean that she ain't out here campaigning for one of these guys out here, because that is what's going on. There's a lot of campaigning from women, man, out here. Y'all think because a woman is attractive or she's thick that she's just getting all these suitors and she's not putting no effort out there to get one of these guys. You're wrong. You're way wrong. Way wrong. There are women. Why do you think these women are constantly single? Because they're chasing men that don't want them. They get into these relationships with these men. Once the man done hit it a few times, he's out of there. He's gone. It's over. He wants nothing to do with you. Now you're angry and upset. You're putting up all these Facebook posts. You're going live. You're trying to expose people because you're hurt. You're hurt. You're hurt because you done chased after this dude while he was married or he was in some relationship. And once you got him, he got bored. He like, man, I don't know why I left my wife for this. I left my girlfriend for this. She can't even cook a good meal for when I come home from work. What's going on here, man? So he's like, he's running back to his ex. He's running back. He's begging for forgiveness. He thought that the new chick, because she looked good, she cute, she thick, she got big assets, he thought he done won the lottery. But then when he realized that she ain't got no personality, she kind of whack in the bedroom, can't cook, black but can't season, can't season none of the food. He's like, man, I got to go back to my ex, man. Now, he's already begging to go back to his ex. She done put him out, threw his stuff out, probably going to put him on child support. He ready to go back. He's like, man, I ain't going to talk to her no more. Hey, y'all, listen, man, that stuff go on, man. Listen, man, y'all can't pretend like you don't know that's what goes on out here. Y'all know that's what's going on, man. Y'all know these dudes get with these chicks, man, for a little while. They get bored. They're like, man, I miss the conversations I had with my ex. Everything was good. We had a good time together. She's smart. She works hard. She kept the house clean. Man, I miss that. But the side chick didn't want to be a side chick no more, so he had to make a choice. And that's why you see the ranting and raving on social media, man. And they claim that we are bitter. They claim that, we can't get the women we want. So that's why, no, that's not even the truth. I've seen some dudes out here with some 4s and some 5s and some 6s, and they are happy with those women. It's not like they're chasing behind, 8s, 9s, and 10s. They're happy with who they're with. I think for the most part, a guy who at least is working steady, keeps himself in shape, he's gonna find a woman. You know, some intelligence, he's gonna find a woman. Shout out to Shy. Women who can't cook is a huge red flag. I would believe so, because how you gonna maintain a relationship with a guy and you can't cook, especially if you got kids. Shout out to Michael Dwayne, late fee to the stream, like the stream, y'all appreciate that, man. So we really have to look at these things. But yeah, man, I see dudes with regular average chicks all the time. They don't seem like they're angry and bitter at the world. They even wife those chicks up. Those chicks are the mother of their kids. They building a foundation with those women. You know, they're not angry and bitter because they can't get the women they want. Would they want to be with more attractive women? Absolutely. But they're not about to be angry because they can't. You don't see them starting movements talking about how, you know, average guyism. I'm an average guy. I can't get no woman. You don't see that, man. You don't see average guyism. Average guyism. You don't see average guyism. You don't see it. We ain't gonna sit here and complain. What we gonna complain, man? We already got enough stuff that we dealing with. You know. So what are we gonna be doing? You know, why would we want to be on social media complaining about the people that don't want us? When you see guys talk about the nature of women, it's not because they can't get a 9 or a 10. It is because even the women that they've dated, that they've given time to and effort to, those women were very much so a disappointment, and they weren't 8, 9s, and 10s. You know? It's just all about who makes you feel happy, who gives you a great sense of wanting to work hard and build something. Somebody that motivates you every day, you know? But yeah, I have yet to see a movement of men saying, we can't get, those women don't want to date us because we're average. Okay? Don't see it. You know? I'm not saying it doesn't happen. You know, we are in a society where we have a lot going on. We have a lot going on, and we really have to work towards building ourselves up before going out here and trying to date anybody. We can't sit here and worry about who doesn't want us. We have to move forward. Always got to move forward. We can't look and say, hey, you know, this person doesn't like me. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I'm not saying that there aren't people with biases. There aren't people who have preferences. But you can't take that and have that and dwell on that and have that become, a part of your life, to where you're so afraid that everybody else has a preference, they're going to leave you out of it. Carve out your own niche in the world. You'll be a lot happier that way. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Incels complain about not being able to get a woman, period. You know? But you got women who say that there are men complaining because they can't get the attractive women. You know? There's a lot of incels that can't get a woman at all. They don't know how to talk to a woman. They don't know how to fix themselves up. Okay. Yeah, but shout out to everybody that's here. I'm going to take a few phone calls because I'm not going to be on too long. I originally didn't know whether I was going to go live, but I had been working on some stuff. But I may take a phone call or two. Not too many, man. And let me tell you this, man. When you get online, you say what you need to say. I'm not, We don't need to hear backstories or side stories. You know, you don't need to hear all these different, equations and. No, I'm just joking. But shout out to the callers, man. I like when the callers are able to call in and speak their piece, whether they agree with the topic or not. Again, I don't like echo chambers, despite what people may think. All right, let's get this. Just give me a second. All right, Ms. Holmes, shout out to you. All right. Let's see. Yeah, like the stream, people. I'm gonna take a few calls. Not gonna be that many. If I can get the phone lines up. All right. I just want y'all to know that everybody does have preferences. Everybody has a preference. Not I would say everybody. I would say most people have their own preferences that they would like. Do they end up dating those preferences? No, probably not. For the most part, I think some men end up dating their preferences constantly. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna put the phone line in the chat room. So now you can call in, put the number in the chat. I know y'all got this number on speed dial, I bet. Some of y'all probably got it listed right there in your phone, man. I think women that are femmes are women who they social skills are just shot, and it mix it in with them being socially awkward and may not keeping themselves up physically. Yo, you're live with Jada Black. What's up?
Yo, Jay.
Yo, what's up, man?
What up, man? It's D-Stroke, man. What's poppin', baby?
What's good, man?
Yo, man, this was a good one you did tonight, man. Yo, man, it's funny because, the whole rejection thing, I mean, it definitely goes, back and forth, man. Like, you got people that just don't know how to handle no, man. Like, not everybody is going to be into you. Like, I've seen females pop off and get physically violent with dudes, man, that they were attracted to that didn't want nothing to do with them. And then I remember seeing one time, man, this dude haul up and slapped the crap out of this girl one time, man, because she wouldn't give him her number. I'm like, damn, like, is it really that real out here? But for some people, man, I think it's like a psychological disorder too, man. Like it's crazy. Like I've seen kids, man, that don't even act that immature, man. It's funny, but there definitely needs to be some kind of growth, man, because that's, you know, it's a weak trait, man. Like that, you know, it's weird. I don't understand that, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, a lot of guys they think because they have the courage to approach that the woman is gonna react the way they want them to, and it's like, bro, if you can't read them and read their body language up front, then you already know that, you know, you didn't make the list. You just didn't make the list, man. Yeah.
Exactly. You're setting yourself up for failure, you know, and it's like, you know, a lot of people aren't really socially intelligent enough to be able to pick up on cues, man. Like, that's embarrassing, man. Like, you know, you going up to a girl that you attracted to, and it's like, you know, she, you know, whatever, she had the bus stop and she started moving over, you know, further, you know, to the next dude, man. You know what I'm saying? And then the next dude end up bagging her. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, you know, it's like, come on, I've seen it happen. You know, it's like, damn, player, what happened? But it's real, man. But I ain't gonna take up too much time, man. Your boy is back from the casino, you know.
Okay. You didn't blow too much money, did you?
Yeah, man. Nah, not too much, man. You know.
All right, man. Well, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it. All right.
Yeah, you already know, man. Red pill.
All right. Salute to the brother. Red pill. All day. All right. All right, you live with Jada Black. What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Lee in Texas.
What's good, Lee?
People need to realize. What's that?
I say, what's going on, Lee?
I'm all right. What people need to realize is it's not necessarily men or women's fault in particular when it comes to modern day society. The women today are socially controlled by, you know, the powers that be, in order for us so that we don't procreate. I mean, that's the whole point. Every day that you walk in this earth, you are at war. It doesn't matter because there's more of us as human beings than there is world rulers. And so because of that, they're going to automatically attack whatever it is that they can in order to manipulate a woman's mood, because women control the sex. That's just what it is. So if they got to manipulate women and have a hot girl summer, or if it's about money, making money, you know, all this other stuff in order to control the sex, is what they're going to do. Because the last thing they need is a child coming up who is going to be rebellious toward the system, to overpower this government. That's what it's really about.
Yeah, we definitely. Now go ahead.
I'm saying that's all I gotta say.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks for the call, man. All right, appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, shout out to him. Yeah, we are in different times today, people. You live with Jada Black. What's going on?
What's up, Jay?
What's going on?
Ain't shit, bro. Man, this is what I noticed. Like, I'm pretty successful with women, especially approaching them. What turns my stomach sometimes is when dudes be trying to approach chicks that are clearly not in holler mode, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tell the chick at work, you know what I'm saying? She trying to go home to mess with her kids or some shit like that. These dudes still try to approach her, bro. Like, don't do that, bro.
Yeah.
In a club, she dressed sexy, you know what I'm saying? She on the dance floor dancing. That's a green light, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Besides that, bro, you gonna make yourself look stupid, bro. And another thing I've always did, like, I never just straight up, hey baby, you got a man. I never did none of that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I just ask questions. You know what I'm saying? So that way I leave myself out. You know what I'm saying? Right? Cause like I ain't asked you none of that shit. No type of shit. I was just talking to you. You know what I'm saying? My talking is trying to lead somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't just fucking straight up coming at it like that. Because when you do that, when you holler at a chick, she not in holler mode, like construction workers, niggas just are work. Why are you gonna try to approach a chick when you not in holler mode?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're dirty and shit. You know what I'm saying? I could see if you was clean or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why you trying to? You not in holler mode. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy, man?
Come
like,
on.
you know what's crazy?
What?
Like, I noticed that, like, women, when they look at you, they'll look straight at your feet and see what you got on.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
And when you do shit like that, all you do is you do two negative things, bro. In my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
you give her a disdain for black men, like they always harassing her, and at the same time you boosting her up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You blowing her head up, and you making her think bad about dudes that look like you. You're doing two negatives at one time.
Mm-hmm.
But like, basically, bro, like I honestly, I'm at the point in my life, bro. I don't care what the hell women do, bro. Like, hold on. Let me look at my phone contacts right quick. I'm gonna be a second, bro. Okay, this how I have women in my saved in my phone contacts, bro.
Okay.
Alexis, BBW, Bed Wench, HSP. That means Hispanic. Island Girl, J Tall, White Free. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's just so I remember them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm not into... I don't get too mixed up because they going to do what they going to do, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, dudes, do you? You know what I'm saying? Because that's all you could do. You can't control these... You can't control this shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to do you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, me and Bed Witch, I thought I was going to have problems with her. You know what I'm saying? We get along fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't care about what the hell she does. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like, that don't bother me. I don't care what you through, you know?
Hey.
But yeah, Jay, I know you wanted to call it to be brief, brother. That's all I want to say, brother.
All right. Well, appreciate it, Severe. Shout out to you.
Hey.
All right. Shout out to Severe with the call. Had a couple missed calls. I'll take a few more. Lines are open. David, you could have just kept watching that show. Maybe the stream up you caught the stream if you want to watch Rudolph. Alright, let's see what this is. Oh, damn it. You're live with Jada Black, what's up?
Hey, what's good, Jay? This Jay calling back again from North Carolina.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's good, man? What was the topic? The topic was it like the nature of a female like not be able to approach a female?
No, it's like reasons why women hate being approached. Like you got women
like any just any type of woman or just women in general.
I mean, it could be any type of woman. I just feel that it's just because I don't have like a specific race, even though I did speak on black women, but it can go for any race. You know?
Any race, man. I don't know, bro. Like it's hard to say why women is why you know what I'm saying. Why some women is approachable, why some aren't. I don't know why women play them type of game. We'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
You know. You know, like I be wondering, man, like as men, like what do we really want? Because we put out so much to please these women. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they so. You know, some women make it so hard under the unapproachable and stuff. And I was listening to what you said earlier about some of the chicks getting mad and going on social media and stuff. Like I don't know why they do that stuff either, man. You know. Like it's crazy. It's something that like I guess we could never understand unless we was that person or something. You know what I'm saying?
It would seem that way, but also you got a lot of women that are lonely and they don't have social skills, so they wouldn't even know what to say to a guy if he probably did approach them. You know? That's
true, man. That's true. I don't know why. I don't know why it's like that, man. You know, like we just never know why. You know what I'm saying? I guess the only thing we can do is just not fuck with them people. You feel me? Like, because, man, at the end of the day, that shit is just too much stress, man. For real, bro. Like, I don't know why, like, this shit be so hard for people to come together or to do this, that, and the third, bro. Like, I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know if it's just people that think they better than people. I don't know what it is, man.
Well, I think it's easier for people to come together online, but outside of it, not really. Everybody's sort of like segregating themselves. Like, they don't want to deal with people physically, like in person. They just rather deal with them from a distance. You know, that's what I'm saying.
What you mean? Like you mean like people? What you mean like people only want to deal with people
online when
like,
they don't have to be around them? Yeah, they don't have to be around them.
They don't want to like meet up. They ain't trying to meet up in person and shit.
Yeah, like they don't want to deal with them physically, like in front of each other. Like they don't want to be around people, but they would group up with people online. You know what I'm saying? It's easier for them to group up with people online than it is in person.
I guess I have to say to that, man, like, some people lazy as fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? They lazy, bro. Yeah. Like, they, you know what I'm saying? They just lazy, bro. Like, motherfucker, you know how it is, man. People be like, they go do something, then they don't do it, man. Most of the time, people be bullshitting, bro. And then people be lazy and shit or whatever. But I don't know why, bro. Like, to me, it's the same thing. I mean, it ain't the same thing, but, I mean, it shouldn't be harder to deal with a person in the physical than on the internet or whatever. I guess it's easier to get rid of a person that way. You know what I'm saying? I think.
Might be true.
Yeah, but I ain't trying to take up too much of your time, man. You got a good channel, bro.
Thank you,
much
man.
Love to you, bro.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All right.
All right, peace out.
All right. Shout out to the brother for calling in. Lines are open again. I may take one more phone call. I told you I wasn't going to take that many calls. And it's after 9 o'clock. I know that, you know, some of y'all either going out again or, you know, maybe going to do something. I don't know. So the phone lines is open. Make sure y'all call in and talk to me while I'm live. Okay. Y'all know. All right. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hey, Jada Black. I want to tell you I've been following your content for a couple of months now, and you're definitely hitting stuff on the nose.
Okay. Appreciate it, man.
You're definitely doing a good service to men that want to listen.
Okay. Appreciate it.
That's what I'm going to say. To men that want to listen, you're going to change up.
Okay.
And my comment on what's going on now is like men can't stand rejection. That's true, and it's how you come. It's how you come at them. If you come a certain way, of course you're gonna get rejected. But like women are choosing men. Women hit on men all the time. We just don't notice it. They hit on us all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel like we had a choice too. Like just like they have a choice, we have a choice.
Oh yeah,
yes or no. You feel me?
Yeah. That's what. And I mentioned that.
I mean,
like that women are I think they're starting to approach men more that they want to approach. You know what I'm
saying? Women are approaching men more. Like a woman, like they'll sit next to you on the train. They'll sit next to you at a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? They'll compliment you when you come into a public setting. You know what I mean? That's a subtle hint that she wants to talk to you. You just miss it. Like we miss the hints. I feel like a lot of men miss the hints. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like some women do not want to be talked. Some women don't want to be approached on the street. Like a lot of women don't want to be approached on the street. You know what I mean? Like they don't like that cat calling. They call it cat calling.
Yeah. Yeah. From what
you know? Yeah. I'm from Philadelphia, so like I know how it is. You know, but I feel your content. I'm keeping it brief. You know, I'm just get back in the chat. So I'm gonna holler at you. Be blessed.
All right, cool, man. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate you supporting the content. All right. Shout out to him. Philly guy. Shout out to all the Philly people in the chat. What's good, Chris? Chris, another member. The lines are open. Let's take one more call. All right. You live with Jay the Black. What's going on?
Hey, Jay.
What's up?
Appreciate you taking my call. Always be lurking to the side, but...
All right.
So about the whole rejection thing, like for me specifically, like I live in Brooklyn, so like being that, trying to approach and getting that side eye look and be rolling the eyeballs and just walking away. So I just be like, you know what? Let me not even attempt to try to approach. So like for me, it's kind of like from when I was younger, from like self-confidence issues and stuff like that. Like I'm trying to be watching your content, trying to be more of the red pill side, but I know I still see like a little shade of blue just from like growing up and dealing with other people, just trying to evolve myself to be better.
Okay.
It's just like...
Well, I definitely think you should always... No, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't hear you.
No, I was going to say, you definitely want to be yourself.
Like,
you win more when you're being yourself, you know?
Yeah. Because like I was doing like stupid things about the personality that was trying to change myself for other people, but not for myself. So I kind of been able to take the time and grow from that. Like trying to like talk to girls, but not approaching, I should say. Trying to change that up because like from around here, what was it like 5 years ago? Some guy tried to talk to a girl on my block, and then she said no, and he got mad. And then one day the little block party thing happened, and then he just shot her in the face.
Yeah, I think I heard about that. Yeah, I think I heard about that.
Yeah. I was like, I ain't gonna be that level. I'm like, I already know I'm probably gonna get rejected, so it's kind of like, let me not just be that person. Let me do better.
Yeah, definitely do better. You definitely want to do better than that.
Yeah. But appreciate taking my call. I'm gonna hop off, let somebody back on.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for the call, bro. All right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. You do not want to be that guy that couldn't take rejection. Now, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Women will approach. They will approach you. If they like what they see, they will approach you. I've had a chick literally walk over to my table while I was sitting at that table. You know? So it can happen. It just depends on you, the type of energy you have and how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? The way you walk into a room and command attention. You're live with Jay the Black. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, man?
Hey, I want to talk about a girl approach.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can't. Oh shit! Your call dropped, bro. Your call dropped. Hey, Carly, your call had dropped. You're live with Jay the Black. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Jay? It's Mike Dwayne. How you doing, man?
What's good, Mike?
I'm chilling. Yeah, I was late to the stream, but I do understand what's going on. But
okay.
Yeah, man, it feels good when a man is getting approached by a woman, you know? And we don't really see much of that. It's always the women, they want to be approached by men, but when men actually approach them, they get mad.
Yeah.
Only because, like, they want the clout sometimes. They do want the clout so they can tell all their friends or, like, say it on social media. And it's like, you know, it's not necessary to do that. And some guys, like, you know, a lot of us guys, we don't mind getting rejected. You know, I take rejection as like an interview for work. You know, if I get a no, then I'm gonna just say, all right, you know, I'm gonna just say thank you anyway. I'm gonna just move on. You know, it's not necessary to be mad over somebody, because I know a lot of people are not gonna shoot up a workplace because they got a no as an answer. You feel me? But you know, it feels good when men get approached by women, and we want to approach women as well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of women, they don't like rejection as much as the next person
they
does.
hate rejection. Yeah,
And,
they can't. They can't deal with it either. You know.
Yeah. It's a no is like the worst thing you can get. You feel me? And there's always a next person, probably somebody better, or maybe it wasn't the time for that person to come to you. But I always tell people, just take rejection very lightly. Don't take it so heavily, and just move on with your life. Just focus on yourself. If don't focus on the person who rejects you. Just keep doing you, and then somebody will come. Somebody is better will come, and you probably will have the courage to actually go to a person, even if you were rejected before. But that's all I wanted to say, man. Keep up with the good content, man. And I saw your past videos too, man. I would advise everybody to watch those videos as well.
Well, thanks. All right. Well, shout out to you for calling in. All right, and watching the content. Okay.
All right, man. Take care, man.
All right, you too. All right. Shout out to brother for calling in. That's it for the calls, man. That's it for the calls. I told you I was only gonna take a few, cause I gotta go and I gotta do some extra work. I'm behind on some things, business wise. I got some business stuff going on. Making moves, and I need to work on that. But shout out to everybody that came in to the chat room, that liked the stream, people that called in, people that donated, man. Hopefully y'all had a very good holiday weekend. I know a lot of y'all probably had a couple of days off last week, and you had a whole time to be off work and relax and chill with family members, if you like those family members, Eat some good food. I'm pretty sure y'all ate some good food. The weather ain't too cold yet. I would say in the next couple weeks it'll probably get colder here. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too cold yet. Be close to it. Thank you, Chris. It's a lot of eating. Merc, I would hope so, But, we got to take things one step at a time. Beth, you said you was about to call. Well, Beth, I told you I was only taking a few phone calls. And didn't know you was going to call in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all got enough turkey or whatever it is y'all was eating this weekend. Probably still got leftovers from last week. Texas showing out the cold fronts. It's been cold, and then it'll be kind of like warm. It'll go from being like 30 degrees or 40 degrees to being about 65 here. I think today it was close to about 60 or, 58, 55, That's how the weather can be here, man. See, Beth, you gotta send me a note. You gonna call in? All right, listen, Beth, I'm in a good mood. Beth, I'm in a good mood. Why don't you call in now? Well, call in right now, Beth. I'll give you about a good minute or so. You call in. I know Beth want to call in. She wants to chop it up. But you got to be quick. I'm going to close it back. What the fuck is that? Hey, live with Jada Black, what's up? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yo, what's up?
Hello?
Hello, what's up? You're live with Jada Black. Jason, no, don't go there. She's an avid caller of the show. She calls in every show, Jason. You're live with Jada Black. What's up? They're saying that you have benefits, Beth.
I just want.
They're saying that you have benefits, Beth.
I do have benefits. That's right. I got the benefits package. Don't be mad because you missed the enrollment date.
Yeah, listen, man. Y'all gonna call the show, man. At least say something, like. But yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to give my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, whenever I get approached by a guy, I've had so many experiences with creepers and boo-boos and guys who are just with cheat. It's like almost not an anxiety, but it's just like, oh boy, let me see, which one is it going to be this time?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be one that I immediately have to go look him up on Facebook because he's got a girlfriend on there? Is he going to be one of them weirdos? Is he going to be talking about come see me within 24 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Give my phone number. What is it going to be this time? Is he going to be the type, hey, I want to take you out somewhere. Can you pick me up because I don't have a car?
Oh, they want you to pick them up.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's more times than not, it's the boo-boo. So, it's almost like I'm almost expecting it to be a boo-boo. Like, let me see, what's wrong with you?
Well, let me ask you this.
The predominant majority,
let me ask you this, Beth. Do you get attracted? Do you get approached a lot by guys? You know what I'm saying?
Not a lot. I get approached more at my last two places of employment.
Okay. So you were getting that,
but not just out in the world.
Oh, okay.
Not so much out in the world.
Okay, so you're getting that workplace attention.
Yeah, and I feel like that's more out of convenience. It's like, hey, my wife will never find out.
So the married men, huh?
I mean, the one of them at my current job was he was. I just wanted to say that he's Nigerian.
Oh man, Nigerian.
I'm not throwing shots. I'm just saying. He told me that me smiling every day left an impression on him. He gave me his number, told me let's meet up. I called him, and his wife answered.
Oh man.
And then a couple weeks later, she came and drove him to work.
Yeah, man.
He told me not to worry about his wife. I said, well, one of us has to.
Yeah. It's because, women can be crazy when they're jealous or they're angry,
I mean, but still, that's the kind of, especially like at work. It's like, you don't really want to take the risk of them doing some stupid stuff like that because now you're kind of making a workplace awkward. Nobody's trying to deal with that. I'm not trying to have nobody's wife come up talking about, I just want to know who that 470 is calling up.
Say it's your coworker. Say it's coworker. It's work related.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna say I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am. I just learned how to speak English.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you got to stay out of those situations, Beth. It's not healthy to be in the middle of marriages, man. It's just I don't.
But I mean, I think any woman, most of the majority, is not going to be, top quality people, and most of it's going to be horn dogs and boo-boos. So, after a bunch of boo-boos, you're really like, I really don't have the time to deal with this stupidity. You know what I'm saying? Well,
again, you got out of it. You got out of it unscathed. It's a learning experience, right? It's a learning experience.
I mean, after a while, you're gonna get tired of giving every single person the benefit of the doubt.
I agree.
So that's why. That's all.
Okay. All right. Thank you for calling in.
That's all.
That's all you got to say?
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Shout out to Beth for calling in. She wanted to give her take on this, and I wanted to hear her take on it. Beth always has interesting stories, you know. But yeah, because like I said, I like Beth as a caller. Beth is a good caller. You know what I'm saying? You know, Beth is a good caller. I like what she calls in. So yeah, that's why I let her call in. I support my supporters. Okay, Beth is a supporter. But shout out to everybody that called in, that donated. It's cool, man. I'm not married. My wife is. That's how it goes nowadays. The wife is married, not you. Oh man, let me see if I still got this on my Twitter. Yo, I reposted Mike Tomlin's laugh, and I gave people a question. Whose laugh is better, my laugh or Mike Tomlin's laugh? I'm gonna play Mike Tomlin's laugh. I want y'all to hear Mike Tomlin's laugh.
I have great expectations for Devlin, but how did you feel about his performance? Did it exceed them?
He didn't kill us.
Mike, I have great expectations for Devlin, but how did you feel about his performance? Did it exceed them?
He didn't kill us.
Mike.
It wasn't too loud there, but yeah. It's one of the best coaches in the NFL, Mike Tomlin. Y'all gotta go hear that Mike Tomlin laugh. Let's see if I can find a video of Mike Tomlin's laugh. Let's see. Mike Tomlin. Laugh. Okay, they don't have a direct video clip. They do got Kawhi Leonard to laugh. It's kind of like an awkward type laugh. They don't have a video, just his laugh. I'd have to go look. Abby says yours. Yeah, man. Chris is your laugh is all the way up there. Your laugh sounds evil and sinister. Really, man. Why would you say that? I see Marie Ann. What's up? This actress extraordinaire. Sounds hardy. Yeah, Mike Tomlin definitely should be coach of the year. But I want to say this too. To all the women out here, right? All the women out here striving to show that you're decent than others. You have to make sure that you keep the thoughts out of your circle. Keep the dysfunctional heifers out of your circle. Distance yourself from them, you know. Marie says Jay just times his laughs right after he throws major shade or roasts someone. I don't know. Do I? I think it's all part of the presentation. You know. But I think that you got to keep the thizzouts out your circle, man, because they will ruin you. They will chase after your boyfriend. They'll try to ruin your relationships. They'll try to sleep with your husband just so they can prove to themselves and other people that they can do it. You know, there's women out here who take pride in taking other women's men. Don't be a statistic. You know, don't get caught up in these streets to where you physically fighting other women because your dude was weak and he was too much of a simp to say no. You know, because he should know that that's going to fuck up. Not only is going to mess up your friendship, it's going to have you out here looking crazy. It's going to mess up whatever situation you got going on. So I love it though, Jay. Well, thank you, Marie. Appreciate that. Marie says she likes it though. Okay. Oh, she loves it. Yeah. Says she loves it. Well, I think it's all a part of the presentation, you know. I think I have variations of my laugh. I think I have a solid laugh now, as I just turned 30, so I have my solid grown man laugh. Because I've had different laughs over the years. So, Jay, your laugh is hilarious. LOL. It's one of those I win laughs. Like, I win. I don't know. It's just, I just think it's more of a me being honest with myself laugh. It's like the world is a joke. I'm a little young buck. I don't feel like a young buck. I don't feel like a young buck. But yeah, man, my advice to all you feminine women, who may listen to a April Mason or Nicole Michelle, they do femininity videos or streams of videos on femininity. I came across them. And, even April Mason is kind of full of it right now. You got some of these other women out here that are teaching femininity. And I think that you can only teach to people that want to listen. So are any of you women actually listening to these other women? Are you listening to the intake of femininity, or are you just there to be entertained? Your laugh makes me laugh. So I got Abby laughing right now. Keep low self-esteem people out your circle in general. Personal, professional, they will mess up your money and your life. I agree, Chris. That's why you got to cleanse your circle. You definitely got to cleanse your circle. Happy belated birthday, Jay. Stay blessed. Appreciate that, Andy. Yeah, my birthday was all the way back in March. Yeah, man, but I appreciate it. Appreciate that, truest dude. Yeah, genuine. The tone, man. Like, she really out here, like, really making herself look crazy. Antoine, it's crazy, bro. It's like, admit that you were misinformed, or at least go speak to your cousin and not make videos. Going off, talking about we the brothers. Christy is March 20th. March 20th. She's Marie. I came across her content. She's an interesting person. I think she has leadership skill. Leadership that some of these women, well, most of these women should listen to. Perspective. I think that they're listening to too many, single women that really ain't got no plan. They ain't got a plan for nothing. There's too many people out here that ain't got no plan. That ain't got no plan. But yeah, if you're gonna be someone who's learning femininity, you definitely need to take the thoughts out your circle. Take the home wrecking, gold digging females out your circle. Get these, I'm want to hop the fence to get a Brad, kick them out the circle too. Because all they're going to do is fuck up things at the end of the day for you. They're going to have you out doing things and saying things that you don't agree with. Oh yeah, I think most people know that. Let's see, but it's kind of. Well, you know, I could definitely do a stream on that, Abby, about the femininity thing, because I think there's a lot of non-feminine women out here these days. You know. Yeah, I think a lot of us know Shira 7 is definitely on the scale of toxic, because she's teaching these women the wrong things. Now, she gives these women confidence. I'm not saying that she doesn't, but there's a thing about being confident in yourself, and there's a thing about reality. And the reality is that most rich men are going to chase after women who they feel are young, they're fresh, they're not broken. You know, they ain't got a bunch of kids. They ain't been divorced a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get them when they're right there at their prime. They're not going to get them when they're past their prime, or they done been ran through. Now, again, you know, you got some of these rich men that, yes, they will wife up hoes. They will wife up hoes. But that's not the majority of rich men. And 9 times out of 10, if they've been married once, they're not going to get married again. Do you think Jeff Bezos is going to get married again? I mean, he might. I mean, it'd be crazy. I mean, the guy just literally split his whole fortune down the middle. You know? Shout out to Darian Nelson. K. Michelle is too far gone. She's too jaded to listen. She wants to argue, blame others for her problems, and mess up others' relationships. Yeah. Did I say K. Michelle? I thought I said Nicole Michelle, the content creator. Not K. Michelle. That's a subject for a video I will be producing soon. You know, actually, I've already recorded it. I just haven't had a chance to edit and put it out. But yes, that's a whole nother conversation that I will be speaking on very soon. What I think about Candace Owens. Candace Owens is a very intelligent woman who changed her ideology a couple years ago to be more conservative, because maybe that's who she is, core. I think she also has ruffled feathers and has angered certain people. I think that, you know, I really don't have an issue with Candace Owens at all. There are certain people who have an issue with her, maybe because of how fast she's risen, you know, politically. But I mean, you cannot get upset at her because people follow her. You know, people like to hear black conservatives. People care about black conservatives and what they have to say. You know. Yeah, I already have, you know, recorded. I just got to edit it out. Honestly though, I don't even know if people want to see another video about K. Michelle. But, you know, but it's ready to go whenever I want to put it up. I've had it for quite some time. I've just been sitting on it because I really didn't see a placement for it. You know, really didn't see a placement for it. I've never seen a woman, and speaking of K. Michelle, I've never seen a woman be in a relationship but single at the same time. You know? Doing on thought shaming others. On thought shaming others. I think I've spoken about that. I don't know if I have. I have to go see. I don't know. I think I have spoken about that in a way. It's true that ways can rub off on you. So good ways. Yeah, that's why you definitely you got to work on keeping your circle positive vibes only. You know, Marie. Shout out to Darren again. Candace is going the conservative route because it's an unsaturated option. That is true. That is true. You know. Denise says that's me. What's you? Yeah, Candace Owens is going a route that is least traveled. When she started out, there were black conservatives, of course. You got Brandon Tatum, you got ABL, Anthony Brown Logan. You know, you got black conservatives that are already out here. You got guys who are going viral and became black conservatives, like like black conservative celebrities. If you go on Instagram, you'll see what I'm talking about. So you had groupings of black conservatives, And yes, for her as a black female, I mean, you did have like, what do you call it? Diamond and Silk as well. But I think black female conservatives do very well, especially when they speak the way she does. She's very, articulate. That's a word that people use. And I think that plays well to the conservative audience. And did I not say she's a female too? You know? Okay, cool, Abby. Well, that's much appreciation. I'm single. Also, Denise, you're single, but also in a relationship. Okay, Denise. Sometimes, Denise, you gotta figure out which one you want to go, because if you in a constant state of in between when you're in a relationship and you're single, that frustration is gonna build, it's gonna mount, and that pressure, you're gonna be stressed out every day because you're alone. Like, you're alone, but then you're with somebody. You know, you're alone, but you're with somebody. You don't know if that person is gonna be long term. So you're in that constant state of in-betweenness that goes on. But I will say this though, even though you may see people switch ideologies, it doesn't mean they still don't have liberal values. They still, you got female conservatives who still may be, pro-choice. They still may be okay with women being able to vote and women being able to be in the military, women being able to work, but they're conservative. It just depends on who they're supporting. I think Trump has brought in a lot of those centrists, even a lot of Democrats into the Republican Party. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Darren, Denise. If you keep doing that, you'll lose them all. It's interesting. Yeah, well, this is cuffing season. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are either in between relationships or getting into relationships. You seeing women, getting with guys they normally wouldn't get with, or you seeing dudes get with females they normally wouldn't get with. But as soon as tax season is over, that's usually when cuffing season is over. Okay. Because the weather starts to warm up and the thought spirit just gets into these women to where they can get back to wearing whatever, and soaking up all that attention. That during the wintertime, they got to slow that down. They got to slow that down in the wintertime. So yeah, so it's definitely cuffing season. You're seeing couples get together, and just have a winter together. Then they bring in the New Year's together. Because towards the end of the year, people's thought process change. They start thinking about the future. They start feeling lonelier and lonelier. And that makes them want to commit to somebody in that particular moment. It could be somebody you've been cool with for a long time. It could be somebody you just met. It could be somebody you had in the friend zone, Okay, interesting, Denise. Interesting. Well, basically, most relationships are like that. You have women that are married, but they live their own separate life. I mean, I've seen married women on, Google Hangouts for like 8 to 10 hours, but they have a whole husband. So, you have those different perspectives. You got chicks that they will literally be flirting with other men on Facebook, on Instagram, but they have a husband who's probably sitting right next to them while they're doing it. Again, they're living their life, right? They're living their life, right? So, but yeah, the seasons change, that attitude change, man. I think people get more serious towards the end of the year, and it makes them want to commit to somebody. They don't want to be alone going into a new year. They want to be with somebody. They don't want to be alone when it's cold or snowing outside. They don't want to be sitting up in the house by themselves. They they can't go to the club like that. I mean, they can, but they don't want to. One, because they probably ain't got no car. Or the club's probably about 20 miles away. They don't want to drive in no snow. Or the cold weather, you know. But yeah, man, this time of the year, man, people are lonely. People are like, they just don't want to be alone, man. This is truly the coldest time of the year and the loneliest time of the year is right around December, January. It even snows down here in January, you know? So yes, that one guy who's been waiting for his opportunity to date a woman, she gives him that opportunity, you know? Or you have guys who shot to Darren Nelson, appreciate it. Speaking my truth, there's only one truth. And you got guys that'll give. He may give a big girl a chance. You know, big girls out here. They claim nobody wants them. You got some of these guys that'll give them a chance. You know, or you got the chicks that ain't got no big old assets. You know, they end up getting a guy. You know, he don't care that she ain't got nothing back there. As long as she got a little something, that's all that matters, right? Shout out to Wayne Tillman. It's cuffing season until they get warm with money. Good point. When they got money to spend, they got things to do. Yeah. Yeah, this is the time of the year people take risks and get with certain people. You know what I'm saying? Just to see if it'll work. You know? You know? Say a little. What's good, Jaye? Yeah, make sure y'all like the stream, man. This is the post-holiday stream. Right now, I'm speaking about cuffing season a little bit. Then you got tax season. And then it's back to spring. And we all know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Ann? That's how it be, Ann. That's why I tell you, you know, follow me on Twitter. I put the link there. On IG, you can follow me on Instagram. I put videos up. Shout out to Cliff Hakeem Jones. Salute to you, man. I put up promo videos on Instagram too, and so you can follow me on there if you have IG. I don't know if you have IG. Thanks for the laugh, Jay. No problem, man. Yeah, and just follow me on Twitter. And click the notification bell on Twitter. I think they still have that. Because they have like, let me see if they still got that. They still have the notification. Hold up. Let me see. I think you have the option to follow. Yeah, and they give you a notification bell once you follow people on Twitter. So you'll know when they go live. Shout out to Sonny Robinson. True love is when you get it all out her system. Okay, shout out to you. Shout out to Darren again. Big girls got the body heat in the winter. Yeah, man. Keep it warm. Keep it warm. Keep it warm in the winter. But I want to know, like, seriously though, like for the women that are watching, how many of you are, if you're single, are seriously contemplating getting into a relationship? Like you're really that close. Like you're really close to just saying, you know, why not? Like, why not? Why not? You know, go and get into a relationship. Why not? You know, If it work, it work. It don't. How many you single ladies are close to that decision? You know, especially if you've been single for a while. I mean, I'm talking like maybe a couple of years or a year and some months. Chris says me. Yeah. They say in a relationship with 2 years. Okay. So Janie been in a relationship with 2 years? Okay. Oh, so you single now, Ann? Last time I think we broached this topic, I don't know if you were single and I thought you said you was with somebody. Or on the brink of being single. AA Triple X Terrell was good, man. Denise says she's thinking about it. Okay. Too many fake people out here lying. Well, see, Ann, this is why you definitely gotta pay attention to people, you know, because people will show you one side of themselves, but as soon as they get close to you, they will show a completely different side. You know, people are good actors nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You gotta rip that mask off. Okay. Marie. Well, you know, I can just say for me that there are a lot of guys there are a lot of men out here who are willing to seek dating with the right woman, but usually, you know, something always tends to derail that, you know. Because one thing that a lot of women run into, and this is a fair criticism, you do have guys that will lie to women just to sleep with them and then disregard them. That does happen. But women got to understand that you have to read a guy to understand whether he wants to really be with you or not. Because I'm pretty sure deep down you know. Shout out to Sonny Robinson again. These women are in love with the thought of love. That's what I have noticed. And that's why it's good that they stay single. Because they're going to end up hurting themselves in the long run. Yeah, because there's a lot of guys, man, they've been hurt too. And they're like, fuck it, I'm just going to be single. I'm not dealing with women, you know. But again, you got to be smart. You got to, as R. Kelly would say, use your common sense. You got to use your common sense, man. You got to use your common sense. What makes sense and what doesn't. That's what you got to do, you know. That's what it comes down to. Like, see, with me, I take my time to get to know women. And for them to get to know me, because I am introverted. You know, even though I can speak to people socially, I'm a chameleon. But I'm a guy who, I'm a listener, you know. I'm not going to just hop into a conversation and start talking to people. I want to watch you and the things you say and how you say it. That will frame how I will approach a situation. But not everybody's like that. A lot of people hop into a conversation and they won't even know what the fuck is going on. You know, you out of tune and you out of place. But see, me, I'm a listener and I like to view things from a different standpoint than other people. So, Jay, you're different now. No, I'm just me. I just always been an observer. And you have to be, you know, because you don't want to be in a den full of, you know, in a den full of foxes or wolves. Same thing. You know, you want to know exactly who you're talking to and their established relationships with the other person, and you know. Chris, they do call it discernment. Absolutely. Because I'm a guy, I can, you know, I can cut loose. I'm not uptight, but I'm not with no bullshit. Like I'm not with no bullshit, man. I hate people who are overtly goofy. Overtly goofy people are just the worst. It's like you're goofy for no reason, you know. So I'm always avoiding and ignoring any goofiness from people, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of relationship hopping going on. Right? And I think that hurts people in the long run because you learn your trust. You just don't trust anybody after a while, you know. And you just don't trust. You probably don't even trust yourself, you know. Yeah. Shout out to everybody here, you know. I don't have any kids. We still exist, y'all. Yes, there is a percentage of women that don't have any kids. I think we know. But those women be hiding, man. The women with like 2 or 3 kids, man, they be very visible. I know chicks in their mid-20s with about 3 or 4 kids, man. Still got a body on them, too. You know? And I think that's how brothers get caught up. Define goofy. Somebody who's trying to be funny but isn't. They try to make people laugh, but it doesn't work. And they think that by physically being a social comedian, they think they can win people over, even in serious situations. Like if I'm having a serious conversation and you're trying to be goofy, like I'm just gonna be completely annoyed. Shout out to Real Virtue. Jaye, the Jews financed the LGBT movement, so if I bang a trans girl, blame them, not me. Real Virtue, whatever you want to do, man, it's a decision you made. I don't think anybody's really to blame for the decisions that you make, man. So do you. Do you, bro. You know. Yeah, man, but the super duper overly goofy guys just it's annoying. It'd be the wrong time, man. Wrong timing. And the jokes ain't even landing. Yeah, it is, Sonny. It is all about timing. Say no to the trannies. They trying to get people to not say no to the trannies. Okay. But people are still not showing them any type of potential like that. You know, OB tries. It seems like it's going to be a lot of single women out here, man. Unfortunately, in 2020. But there are women who want to be single too. But there are those that want relationships badly, but they've been damaged by different types of men they've dealt with. You know. Man, the Packers are going to destroy. No, they did destroy the Giants. Hold on. Did they destroy it? Hold on. Let me make sure. Because I saw a little bit of the game. I don't think I've seen it. Yeah, the Packers destroyed the Giants. I don't know why I thought a second thought on that. The Giants had no shot in that game whatsoever. You know what's funny? They're going to be in position to draft another quarterback next year. Yeah, that Packers defense is good. It's on and off, but when they're good, they're good. They play well against bad quarterbacks. Bad quarterbacks have no chance. They're not going to let the Miami Dolphins score over 30 on them like the Eagles did. So, all right, Michael. Well, I'm about to go ahead and wrap this up too in a bit. Hey, Jay, I have a question. What solution for dating nowadays for women? Well, not for women, for everyone. I'm talking about women because a woman is asking me this question. What's the solution for dating nowadays for everyone? I think we need to get around like-minded people who have the same goals that we do, that see the world in similar ways than we do, who understand what's going on in society, who understand the narratives and agendas that they're trying to push. We have to find people who have those same like-minded views. And I think that can actually help dating because you don't want to date somebody. I'm here. So hopefully, Shan, you heard my answer. The stream did cut out, but I was basically speaking about women meeting like-minded men. Man, the soliloquy I gave just now was just awesome. But yeah, man, Shan, you got to get around like-minded individuals, men and women, see the world in similar viewpoints. And she understands what's going on with you as a man in this society. You understand that she, as a woman, does not embrace those, community destroying narratives, As a man, Jay, what would you say would improve most women's dating experience, specifically women? I think women have to not make the relationships about them and allow things to flow naturally. If a guy wants to take it slow, take it slow. I would say you definitely need to get out of your comfort zone as far as the type of men that you date. I think women get too comfortable dating the same type of men, They get comfortable dating the same type of men. And I think that a lot of women should embrace men who have a worldly view. They have an opinion. They are solid. They're not weak. They want to be leaders. And you have to embrace that. You have to be okay with taking a secondary role in a relationship. And not always make things about you. Keep your emotions in check. Not necessarily, Chris, because I didn't mention money. I'm talking about ideologies, which is far more important. Because no matter the financial situation, if you mentally ain't there, it's going to fuck up. Listen, the only way in 2019 people can really connect with each other is if they understand the world and what's going on. They understand how the world is treating men and how they want to subjugate us and make us into weak betas, men who can be controlled, men who, for the most part, are kowtowing to women and bending the knee, apologizing, throwing their manhood out the window. That's what they want. They want weak men. They want men to be afraid of their own masculinity, to hate it. That would be good. I agree with that. I agree with that, Marie. We should put the phones down, but people aren't. People aren't putting the phones down. You know, socially, people don't like to talk to each other. They walk right past each other like they don't know each other. Only older people tend to communicate with other people in public. But people who are like Gen X, like I would say the younger Gen Xers and millennials, we have a very difficult time being able to speak to each other. But not me, because I'll say hey to you, even if you don't want to hear it. I'll say hey. I'll be like, hey, what's going on? I'll walk up there and say, hey, what's going on? I'll walk past you and say, hey, I put my hand up, hey, how you doing? Just to do it. And I have done that before. I've said hey to people that I know don't want to say nothing to me. But I'm like, God damn, you gonna say something with your poor social skills having ass. And you wonder why, you know, you can't get along with nobody. Because you have poor social skills. So when y'all walk past people, just put your hand up and say, hey, how you doing? We need to rebuild social engagements with each other. You know what I'm saying? Just say hey to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I saw Queen and Slim go see that. I've heard about that film. It looks interesting. I may check it out, you know. Yo, we don't want to speak to each other anymore, but damn it, when y'all out at the store, at the movies, wherever, and y'all walk past people, just say hey to them. Say, hey, how you doing? Say it loud enough so they can hear it. Some people might look, oh my God, did he just speak to me? That's how people are, man. That's how people are. So all right. Yeah, man. So make sure y'all like the stream. This stream is going on 2 hours. 2 hours of me just speaking and ranting and whatever it is that I do. You know? We are here live. Shout out to David Little. Yo, I say hi, women ducking their phones and speed up. Notice that, Jay? I think I've seen that at times. But I don't know if I don't think I've said something to them and they've done that. Well, maybe years ago. Maybe I would say in my early 20s, I noticed that behavior. You know what I'm saying? Chicks just walking off. But that's because a lot of times these chicks live in their phone. You know, Instagram and Facebook is the real world. You know, Twitter's the real world, you know. And these same people wonder why their relationships fail. It's because you have no people skills. Nobody wants to be around you. Nobody likes you, you know. They're just scared. We're scared of each other. You know, and it shouldn't be that way. We shouldn't be afraid to speak to one another, especially if we are people who look the same. I ain't never had an issue with white people not wanting to say hey to me. It be black people. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? It lets you know that we have bought in and embraced this self-hatred of each other personally. Because trust and believe, these same people who don't want to say nothing in public will be all over social media having conversations with everybody. You know? Yeah, it'd be a lot like the older Caucasian people. I think older black people rave. I ain't no. I've said hey to older black people. They'll say hey back, especially older black women. But I don't know what it is with us, man. We just don't trust each other. We don't like each other, and I think a lot of that might stem from how we were raised in the environments that we grew up in. A lot of us may have grown up in very bad neighborhoods where we had to keep our head down. We didn't want to get in no shit with nobody, you know? So we just developed a culture of just worrying about ourselves and, not really caring about other people. But if I'm telling you right now, if it's somebody that they're attracted to, they're going to be saying, hey, all fucking day long. Oh yeah, Jaye, I've heard that too. Because, for the most part, unless women have a mutual enemy, they will hate on each other. They will hate on each other. Unless they have a mutual enemy. Because I've said it before, women don't like each other. I've seen times when women will be nice to each other and be cordial with each other. But if it's an outsetting, women will show you who they are, And you have a lot of mental illness out there too. You got a lot of people that are just angry and they're just bitter towards any and everybody, Yeah, women notice things. Women notice things about other women, that men don't. Women know secrets. Like if a woman is a thizzot, she's gonna tell you that woman's a thought. She's gonna tell you that woman is a slur, because she knows. She can tell. Like, women can tell you all type of secrets about women, man. They can tell you any and everything about. You wouldn't even believe that a female is capable of some of the things that they're capable of. All you gotta do is ask another woman. She knows. And to add credence to the arguments that we have. It also shows why they have unsuccessful relationships, Yes, they are competitive. You see it every day when they date they try to date the husbands of other women. Like, you got women that literally out there knowing a man is married in a relationship, and she will pursue him anyway, or she will allow herself to get in the middle of that situation. You know what, Marie? I heard women say that they put up the posts on social media to impress other women. I don't know if that's true. 100%. I think they do it to look impressive to women, but I think it's to get the attention of men. Because what other reason would they do that? Why are they getting bigger butts and bigger tits? Not just to look good for a couple of women on a timeline. I know that. Shaheem, it be like that. But yeah, I know I said I was going to get off because I had some stuff to, and I'm still going to take care of it. But I had a few more minutes that I could spend with the chat. But shout out to everybody that's here and the super chatters, the moderators and mods. It's been a good live stream, man. This might be one of my better live streams from, recently. I've had some good ones. I think this might be one of the best ones I had in a while. was told that men don't take these females serious. All they want to do is pretty much, Janie. Yeah, pretty much. I think most of the women that you see who are quote unquote Instagram models, most of them dudes just want to sleep with them. That's why they perpetually single. But they will be in and out of relationships with the guy they was with before they had the surgery, so they feel a certain loyalty to him, and they know that guy has wanted to be with them before they got all those enhancements. So they'll date that guy off and on. But for the most part, yeah, they just slurring it up. They're just slurring it up. Yeah, Abby gotta go. But Abby, make sure that you follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also, make sure you come back to the next live. Make sure you come back to the next live stream. And that goes for everybody here. You know, I try to go live every day. But if I can't, I usually will post a video if I can't go live instead. Or I just post one anyway, you know. So check that out too. But make sure that you click the notification bell next to the subscribe button, I believe. Okay. And yeah, this was a good live stream, man. Y'all got any other topic suggestions, man? You gotta send it. You gotta send it to the email. All right, Marie Ann. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody else that is here. That enjoy the content. Let me put the email in the chat. This is the email so y'all can send me content to do videos or live shows on. I'll see what I can do as far as doing topics on them. All right. And I'll see y'all later. All right.